mainly to listen and learn after introducing younger delegates.
I want to thank the delegates for the great perspectives that they provided here. Sorry about my bad hair day.
That's why I was given to introduce it.
This is about justice, climate justice. We cannot keep discounting the welfare of future generations for our own present.
We often think that a small action, it might be insignificant, but these very small actions make a big impact. Let's not forget that every single drop is what makes up an ocean.
I am sure that as a Chinese delegate here, that my fellow American delegates, Canadian delegates, French delegates, they're all willing to sacrifice a little bit of their development, a little bit of their well-being, just to make sure that we still live in this world, and there is a world for us to live in.
It's not a global deal that is going to save this planet. It's the concrete action taking on each gas power plant, each coal power plant, each fossil car that has to be done something about. And that, I believe, is what we as young people can do.
So press 1 for agree, 2 for disagree, and 3 to abstain.
After each debate, a vote is taken live in the hall using electronic handsets and online. This one called for governments to do more to cut carbon emissions.
Fantastic, we have our first ever One Young World resolution.
The plan is to pass One Young World's agenda for change onto world leaders. So it was handy to have a former UN Secretary General on hand to give his reaction. And here, coming to the stage and being applauded by people ultimately who want his job. They want to move from the audience to the stage.
You are not satisfied with the leadership my generation has given you so far. And you're going to do better. And I think you should. From what I have seen in this room and what I have heard this morning, I have every hope that you will do better than my generation has done. And you must also remember that leaders, good leaders, are also good followers. If they don't lead, you should make them follow. Yeah. You can make them follow by raising your voices, making such a noise that they cannot ignore you.
Outside the conference hall, in a networking area, perhaps the most important business was going on. Friendships formed and contacts exchanged. I caught up with two of the contributors to the environment debate.
I'm Adrian from Hong Kong, China, and I'm 16, turning 17 soon.
Now, you say 16. Adrian's just given me a business card. He's one of the few 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds in the world with a business card. It's amazing.
Yes, thank you for that compliment.
It is a compliment. And Parker?
Yeah, I'm Parker Liotta. I am 15, so, yeah.
Do you have a business card?
No, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
You need to catch up.
I need to catch up, yeah. I guess people my age should be having business cards.
You've got a plan. What is it?
I'm doing an expedition to the geographic North Pole. Hopefully, if I complete it, I'll become the youngest person in history to have done that. The main idea is it's part of an initiative to inspire, inform, and engage young people in a real dialogue on environmental issues facing the polar regions. That's sort of the main idea. And this is going to be done mainly through social networking. So we're going to have a sort of microsite, and all our communications for the expedition and beyond are going to be pushed through Facebook, Twitter. We're going to have a Google Earth layer, so you can stroll into the Arctic and see our expedition.
And living in Hong Kong as you do people tell me sometimes the smog is overpowering?
Yes, it definitely is.
And do you think as a young Hong Kong Chinese man, boy, a young person, 15-year-old, is that something that motivates you? You see the smog, you breathe the smog, you want to do something about the smog?
Yes, definitely. Well, I've been also involved in some campaigns in Hong Kong where we have declarations that young people actually will stand and will stand for a green life, greener lifestyle. And I think that that's something that we all have to fight.
It's interesting that they've chosen media as one of their big issues. It's all about identity and power. But what is media for them? Is it radio, television, newspapers, or Twitter and Facebook? And what about power? Can it really change their world?
Global media is now dominated by 5 giant firms and the ability to craft, control, and filter